Good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike. I am the Bowtie RN. Thank you for all those that have liked and subscribed on my previous videos. If you like my videos, go ahead and I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe. If not, then just sit back and enjoy the shave and we'll see how today goes. I actually had a slightly different shave plan for today. So much for planning. Doesn't tend to work out well for me. I had a kind of a rough shave on Friday. I started with a great razor, no problem. I'm not going to blame the razor on that one. But I tried to push a blade to the 5th use and I got quite a bit of irritation down here on both sides. So I'm actually going for a slightly milder shave today. I was going to try the Sterling with the standard plate on it, or maybe even the hyper-aggressive, but after Friday's shave, I'm not going to do that today. But last week I did the black tip, so I thought maybe today I'd go ahead and I'm going to start with the red tip. It's not used it yet, so I really don't know, but according to everything I've seen out on YouTube and on the message boards, this one is definitely more aggressive. It does have a lot more weight. Just in case, I do have a blue tip in backup. It's not loaded with a blade yet, but it's supposed to be definitely a lot milder. I'm gonna go ahead and see how I do today's shave with the red tip. I'm using the Gillette Platinum. It's a first use blade, so I go ahead and I take you can see it on the bottom, I put a Sharpie mark on the top of mine. I'll start with 1 dot and then tomorrow I'll flip the blade and I'll put 2 dots on the other side. That way I'm flipping the blade every day and also tracking how many uses I have on each blade. Typically, like I said, I usually go through 4. With the Platinums, I've gone 5 and 6 uses, but I was using the RK stainless blade on Friday and 5 was definitely pushing it beyond its best use for me. Again, your mileage may vary. You may be able to use a razor a lot longer than that. I'm working on about 2 days beard growth. You see it's a little bit rough today. So I just want to stay on a nice blade and little bit on the more aggressive side. But I'm not even playing today. I'm gonna have to be using a pre-shave. Sometimes I'll go ahead and shave without the pre-shave. But after the irritation that I caused myself on Friday, I don't want to do that. I'm sticking with my standard, the Prasso White. It's kind of getting low on this one, so I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try out something new or stick with this one. I've had really good luck with the Prasso White. I know a lot of other people use it too. I thought about the PAA Cube. I just don't have a lot of other stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I want to buy, but not a lot of stuff that I have to put on an order, and I just I'm cheap. I don't want to have to pay for shipping, so I haven't done that yet. All right, that's it for my pre-shave. Looks good. I'm actually going to stick with one of my standard soaps today. I'll be using the MoonDance, the Sweet Citrus. It's a hard puck soap, but small artisan batch. It's great. I've had really good luck with it. I've had it since my beginning of wet shaving, and it's just done a really good job for me. My wife found it on a lark on Amazon, and I've been using it since then, and it has worked out really well for me. I am using my Simpsons T2, the Trafalgar T2. I did go ahead and already lathered up in the bowl, just so you see what it looks like in the bowl. What I generally do is I shave a little bit off the puck, then put it in the bowl. Normally I do it while I'm in the shower. I'll put a little bit of water on it and let it sit there and soak in and soften up the puck, or at least the shavings from the puck. But today I just used a little bit of hot water on it. Let it sit there as I was choosing what razor and stuff I wanted to use today. And then by the time that was done, it was softened enough for me to lather, no problem. I do kind of a hybrid lather, where I do most of my lather in the bowl, but I do build up quite a bit of soap into the brush when I take it to my face, and then at least on the first pass, I really work it in and almost do like I'm face lathering. So I get a nice thick coat, nice creamy. Very good protection layer for me. And I'll go ahead and finish out the rest of my shave. All right, that's plenty. If you've not used this soap before, it's a light scent, but it really does hang in the air. It stays for quite a while. Lets the bathroom smell good. Kind of reminds me of I've seen some before, like different soap and stuff that calls a Satsuma citrus. Not super orange, but just sweet, almost like even a mandarin or something like that. Anyways, it's really nice. I'll be using the, like I said, the red tip. Doing a complete cold water shave today, other than I started with warm water on the puck. But ever since then, even the extra water that I added to the brush during my lathering, I went ahead and used cold water. All right, sorry I have to start my sideburns in the other mirror. That way I can make sure they're not too off. So, first impressions of this razor, wow. That is a lot milder than I thought it was going to be, but it feels like it's doing a really good job. If I look at the lather, it's got quite a bit of whiskers in it, so I think we're going to actually have a really nice shave out of this without a lot of irritation. Again, I know the irritation was caused by using the blade too many times. That was all me. It had nothing to do with the razor, so I'm not going to even blame the razor on that one. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what razor I used, but I'm not going to call out the razor for that one. This is definitely a good combination for me. I mean, it's still the first pass, so I don't know how it's going to feel when I'm done, but it feels like it's taken pretty much everything off. No tugging, no pulling, no nothing. Like I said, this really is, it's a good combination of both razor and blade for me. I'll definitely be doing this a lot more often. Looks good on the neck. Looks like I'm getting pretty much everything. My glasses are sliding down a bit today. I don't know why. Maybe I'll put a little bit of alum under my nose pieces. All right, it's a really nice first pass. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect from the red tip. Hearing that it's more aggressive, definitely not highly aggressive. I got some other razors that are a lot more aggressive than that. So looking at it, I could go out socially acceptable, but I can definitely feel it when I rub my hand across it. There is a little bit of stubble there. So at minimum, we'll be doing 2 pass today. I don't know if I'm gonna do a 3 pass. I probably do a full 3 pass just because of the irritation on my neck. And I don't want to make it any worse. Going into the work week, I don't need irritation on my neck. I wear, you probably can guess from my name being the Bowtie RN, I do wear a shirt and tie pretty much every day. And the collar rubbing up against my neck, if there's any irritation, can be a problem for the rest of the day. Nice synthetic knot on this, the Simpsons. Scrubbing the soap in, making it a little bit better. Definitely nice and soft against my face. I haven't done the bore. I had a Badger in the very beginning, but it was a very cheap Badger brush and I didn't use it very long. In fact, I dropped it. I was trying to shake the water out of it. I dropped it into the shower and that one kind of bit the dust. So I've been doing the synthetic since then. Ton of soap on this. Definitely no problem as far as soap today. some of that back in the bowl so I can use it in the next pass if I end up doing one. All right. So, second pass, again, red tip, Gillette Platinum. I don't feel the blade at all with this razor. Really, really nice. Wow. They just don't make them like this anymore, do they? Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of really nice modern razors out there. A lot of them I really love to try. I'd love to get my hands on the console. But you really can't beat these classics. Continuing across the grain. Like everyone says, 30-degree angle, light touch. Especially today, I'm letting the razor head and the weight of the razor do all the work for me. I'm not applying any pressure. Really is a very enjoyable shave. I'm gonna start playing music while I shave. Although I don't know, are there rules with copyrights? It's kind of why I've hesitated not to do it before. I don't want to get any copyright rules. I started this YouTube thing for fun and to get over being camera shy. I don't need to involve anyone that's going to get me in trouble. Almost no feedback under the nose. That means I pretty much got everything on the first pass. I definitely understand all the hype about the red tips. I didn't think it would be as good as it is, but it really is a nice shape. I like the weight of this razor. Like I said, it's a lot lighter than the blue, but I do really like the weight of that. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure it's brass with nickel over the top. A little bit left over as far as stubble. I can feel a little bit down in here, which is always my spot where I feel a little bit. But if I wanted to go out in public, I could definitely do that. Like I said, I probably could have done it after the first one, socially acceptable. But it's feeling really good. And I got a absolute ton of soap left, just with already on the bush too. So we'll go ahead and lather up and do that third pass real quick. Of course, I got my glasses. I'm not shaving if I don't get soap on my glasses or water on my glasses. It's just what I do. Maybe someday I'll switch to contacts. I'm too lazy to bother getting up and doing all the care for contacts. If anyone watches Tobin's Throwbacks, I actually got a shout out from him the other day. He pulled up a live and we were talking on the live. So it's kind of nice to see that. And thanks for the comments from Tobin. They were talking about the release of the Bricktown Grooming, the 214. Jasmine and citrus, I think it was, but it's supposed to be really nice scent in honor of retirement from the Navy. So really good to see that. It was nice to hear my name called out on a video. Third pass against the grain. Still no blade feel at all. Realistically, I think I could probably be happy. Don't tell my wife. although she's probably gonna watch this video. Probably be happy with just this razor. And I really wouldn't need any other razor. Handled 2 days growth, no problem. And my beard's pretty thick. So if it can handle 2 days growth as easily as it did, that's absolutely a perfect razor for me. I know I'm going on and on about how much I like this razor, but I really, really do. Like I said, it's my first time even using it. Very intuitive, angles nothing. I've only been using the traditional wet shaving since April. So I know I don't have the best technique in the world. But with my technique and this razor, absolutely amazing. Really is doing a good job. I don't think there's any question at all I'm going to be at BBS level. If you listen, there's pretty much no feedback anymore. I really have gotten everything on the first 2 passes. I know I don't go against the grain under the nose, but I'm not coordinated enough to. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Especially when it gets up towards the nose itself, I just can't do it. So bear with me. As far as soaps go, this MoonDance is great. Like I said, it is a small artisan, but they add a bentonite clay into it, and the slickness you get from that is really, really nice. It takes me a little bit longer when I'm done to rinse it off my face, but that just goes to the point that it really is that slick of a soap. It does a great job. All right, get my hands damp and see how this works. I don't feel anything. Feels wonderful. Actually, even the irritation that I had the other day, I don't even see it. It looks good. There's probably a little bit of redness might pop up a little bit later. But great shave for me. Go ahead and rinse that off. Like I say, cold water rinse for me. Grab the alum. See how I did. No feedback. I got nothing. Super smooth. Great job. Wow, that red tip, that just might end up being one of my new go-tos. I've not used it before, like I said, but I really did get a good shave out of that. We'll see in an hour or two how the skin feels. Get those whiskers a chance to kind of come out the rest of the way. I really like to judge my shaves an hour or so after the shave is done, rather than right after the shave. In fact, I even just noticed there's almost no overhang with these. With the base plate, the base plate actually covers up the tabs. The tabs are there if you go from the top, but they don't extend past the base plate, so that's kind of nice. All right, go ahead and pull that blade out. I do rinse my blades every single time, pat them dry. I don't wipe them off. I pat them dry on a paper towel. I rinse my razor every single time. Clean them, once a week or so, sometimes every other week. I think it's been about long enough for that alum. Rinse the last of that off. Pat dry with a nice towel. And just because of the irritation I had earlier this week, I will be using the Nivea Sensitive Post Shave. Doesn't take much of that. A little bit in the palm, work it in. And on the face. That helps the face. And then I kind of wasn't sure if I was even going to use an aftershave today, but I've got 2 of my aftershaves that my skin feels a lot better after I'm done. They're both the Club and Panade. One of them is the Whiskey Woods. I have the small sample size of that one. And the other one would be the Club and Panade, the Classic Vanilla. 2 of my favorites. They come out really liquidy. Almost like they're just pure alcohol. I mean, they're not, they sting a little bit. Today, actually, no sting at all. But sometimes when I have a more aggressive razor, they will sting a little bit. All right. But afterwards, my skin feels a lot softer, a lot smoother, so. All right, a little bit long on my shave today, went a little bit over 20 minutes, but I think it was a great shave, at least it was on my side. Any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments down below. If you have a recommendation on pre-shave, go ahead and put that there too. As always, if you'd like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it very much. And we'll see you next week, if not sooner. Until then, great shaves.